Dear friends, welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be diving into router instead of Linux or server. Before we go ahead, if you don't mind, please subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up. It really helps the channel grow. So now let's head over to Kali Linux to begin with. To save time of this video, I've already completed the Nmap scanning. So now we can simply get out its result. As you can see over here, I took the options like scene scan, the version scan, default script scan, followed by the ON to output the result into this file. Then we can retrieve scanning results whenever, just as what I'm doing now. Although you can notice here, the IP address of the target machine has been changed since I respawned the machine. Anyhow, this will not affect our application. From the Nmap scanning results, we can tell the target machine has 2 open ports. Although this one and this one are identified as open, but its surface cannot be determined by the Nmap. Okay? For some reasons, maybe the Nmap failed to get back a banner. Anyway, this is not our focus. Okay? And, the 22 port number, as usual, the surface is SSH or secure shell surface. And also we can get its version information. And this version is a bit updated. I don't think we can find any workable vulnerability or exploit. The 80, the surface is HTTP or Hypertext Transfer Protocol. And also we can get this one. So this is the DD-WRT Mili HTTPD. This is HTTP surface. And also we can, get to know more specific information about this web application from its title. Actually, this is the D-Link, very famous brand of router. And this is a wireless router. And here, this is I think, the default page is login page. So what are we going to do next? We need to emulate this web application both manually and automatically. Let's fire up the browser to perform manual emulation first. And then let me copy the IP address of the target machine from my notebook. Copy. And put into the address bar of the browser. So now the browser is loading the target site. When it's done, and then we can get detailed information about this web application of a router. And here, this is the link. And login to the router. And actually we can, many network devices such as a router have default credentials. So now I think we can use Google to make some research. And this is the default login credentials. Username is admin and password is blank. Leave the field empty. So before we do anything else, let's try these default credentials first, okay? The password, we can leave this password field empty and click login. Amazing, it looks like it's working very, very well. And also we can get the model of this router and hardware version C2 firmware. Maybe we can copy all of this information. We can copy and paste over here, enumeration. So next, we can use the search sprite or Google to make some search to see whether this version of application is vulnerable or not. Okay, so now let me search sprite the link. A lot of available exploits. So maybe we can put the model. We can copy. Paste in here. And the several exploits and the firmware. Also, we get the firmware, the version 3.03. So wireless Metasploit. This is not what we want because in the end, this is not our model. Denial surface, we can ignore this exploit. Capture bypass, no. Not very exciting. And also we can use Google to make some search. And actually this link can give us, this model is vulnerable to command injection vulnerability, and even give us the detailed information of what point this vulnerability lies or located. Yeah, this one. So I think next we need to find such endpoint which is possibly vulnerable. So how to do? We can utilize the Burp suite. Burp suite can capture all requests and responses between client or between the browser and the server. Okay, so let me go back to Kali Linux. And so now we can set the proxy to Burp suite, and then we can launch the Burp suite Community Edition. So next I will show you, possibly you will encounter some sort of a problem when you do this machine and how to solve it. Okay, and we can next start Burp suite. Because I want to see interactions between client and user. At this moment, I do not want to manipulate request or response. Okay, so now we can leave the proxy as off mode. Okay, and now we need to walk through the major functions of this web application to find out that endpoint, this one, because this one exists command injection vulnerability. Okay, so now to save time, I'd like to bring you to this one, wireless settings. Oh, so the session is timeout. We need to log in again. And the wireless settings. And this one, the vulnerability lies in this section. We can click add wireless point with the pin. So or to select this option if your wireless device supports WPS. Next. And we can select a pin and anything like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 0. And try to connect. Now we can go back to the Burp suite and navigate to history. Here presents all requests we just now triggered from the browser. Without too much difficulty, I think we can find this one, and this one is vulnerable, okay? And we can send this request to repeater module because I want to play around here. And here, if you look at this link, this page, you can, of course, you can walk through this page, but I'd like to show you how to exploit this vulnerability. And we can, equal. And this character is left top. And we can run like, who am I? And send. Oh, sorry. We need to, to utilize this vulnerability is not so easy as this. We need to set up the web server on the Linux first. And we can use the AT port number, Python 3, HTTP. So now the web server is started on the Linux. Now we need to do this way. We can HTTP followed by the IP address of the Linux. We can copy. And then we can use the dollar, like who am I? We'll carry this result of the command, and this will send the this as a parameter to our web server, and our web server is running on the Linux, and we can get this, the value passed by, by this URL. Okay, so now we can send it. Unfortunately, we didn't get anything on this server. So possibly you will encounter such problem. The problem is our existing session has been timed out. Okay, and so how to do? Let me, we can try. And next. Connect. Go to the proxy history, and then I think we can capture the new one. We can send this new one to repeater, and here we change this. Oh, sorry, wget. I forgot to put wget or q, but the q is not existent. The dollar. Who am I? Okay, we can send it. We have already received the request. Great. Although we didn't get the result of the who am I command. At the least, this is a good sign, right? Oh, sorry, the command is incorrect. This is my bad, and we can send it again. But we still didn't get the result of the who am I? Who am I? Very interesting. Why? So maybe we can run cat password, send it. We get back, the content of the password file on the target machine. Great. So next, I think we can try to run reverse shell command to get a reverse shell. Okay, so how to do? Let me open new tab and navigate to our working directory. And we can try run command, like maybe we can copy, right? We can copy. We can try to run command netcat, and we can copy, send. Maybe again our session is timeout. So how to do? We can delete all of selected items. Now we need to log in again. Let's do it or repeat the procedure. Next. Connect. And then I think we can capture this request. And then we can try to run this command. Send it. But the command is not executed as we expected. So how to do? Maybe, we cannot run all commands, the about 90 seconds will be time out. I don't know. So also you can try some other reverse command, but I don't think all of them can work. So next I'd like to try to run command. For example, because our job is to grab the flag, we can try to run, and we can copy. Send. As you can see, we find this flag, and then we can use cat flag. We can copy and run it. Send it. Maybe we failed again. Don't worry, we can do it one more time. We can delete all of history requests, and then we can refresh, log in again, go to wireless settings, add a wireless device with WPS. Next, then we can use any pin. Of course, this will not succeed. And the next, or connect, and then we can get this new request sent to repeater, and then we can run this new command. We can copy, send it. As you can see, we successfully grabbed the flag of this room. So I think that's pretty much it. I'd like to see you next. Bye. Have a nice day, please.